Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching episode 4 of The Last of Us. So after the romance between Bill and Frank went down last week, we have a road trip with Joel and Ellie traveling to Kansas City as opposed to Pittsburgh. But they still meet Henry and Sam, and we happen to meet a revolutionary group that's a bit more humanized here than it was in the game. Let's get to the story, shall we? Joel and Ellie leave inside Bill's truck as they head over to Wyoming. But as they travel and as Ellie tells jokes and as we listen to some good country songs, we happen to end up in Kansas City in the show as opposed to Pittsburgh as it was in the game. In Kansas City, Joel and Ellie end up surviving an assault from some rather aggressive survivors who are part of a group that has taken down an entire Fedra quarantine zone. And as seen with a lot of historical revolutionary groups, they end up being just as bad as the people they overthrew, because they believe their cause is just, while conveniently looking over all the damage they've done along the way. This group is led by Kathleen, played by the lady who played Rose from 2.5 Men, Melanie Lipsky. And she decides that she's not going to stand for Joel and Ellie murdering some of the survivors that she had. So she's sending out her soldiers to hunt them down, while Joel and Ellie have to hide out in a building to sleep in that's 33 floors up. But unfortunately, they're found by Henry and Sam. Now, those who play the game know that Henry and Sam are important survivors moving forward, and Sam actually appears more competent in the last few seconds of this episode than he did throughout the entire game that he's from. But I digress. This episode does a really good job of establishing Joel and Ellie's dynamic, especially considering Ellie's jokes here are just as corny as they are in the game. But I do like the fact that Joel does finally crack and laugh at one of them, even if it does feel like it's done at an inopportune time, at least in-universe. That's what really makes them feel like a surrogate father and daughter. They don't always get along, but it's clear that Joel and Ellie have to put trust in each other in a difficult situation. And I can see that developing naturally here, especially in the scene where they get attacked by other survivors and Joel has to rely on Ellie, who swiped a pistol away from Bill's collection. Granted, she doesn't finish the survivor off, but Joel happens to do it off screen, and you can see how that affects Ellie through Bella Ramsey's facial expressions. You can see her eyes darting around, you can see her crying a bit when she realizes what Joel has to do. I think she actually nails the moment pretty well, and it's made all the better due to Pedro Pascal's aggression in that scene. You can hear the guy begging for his life as he knows that he can't get out of the situation in any other way, but you know that there's no way he's getting out of this alive. It really captures the brutality of the original game while also happening to show some great acting from everyone involved. And even though I mainly know Melanie Lipsky from comedic roles, she can do drama fairly well, especially when she's interrogating this one guy who knows that Fedra tortured her brother. Considering she's a new character, I have no idea what they plan to do with her in the next episode, but I know The Last of Us loves to humanize its antagonistic characters, so I'm sure they'll do alright. So yeah, this was also the shortest episode so far, more of a transitionary episode, but that doesn't stop it from being a generally good transition from one emotional storyline to the next. So let's see how they handle Henry and Sam moving forward. See you next time.